All right, all right, all right. Happy Sunday, you filthy animals. Welcome to another episode of The Good Faith Show. I'm your host, Andre Morton. And The Good Faith Show is only exclusively on the ATP Network. You can catch the ATP Network on YouTube, Rumble, Twitch, and Twitter as well. And also, too, I have some shameless plugs for you guys as well. While you tuning in, there we go. Hold on. Damn. Never mind. Oh God. So, anyway, I don't know what the hell that was. It's glitched up. Sorry about that, y'all. I don't know what in the hell. StreamYard, fix y'all shit. Damn AWS already is suspect, and then yo shit glitching up. Shameless plug. Sorry about that. Follow the official ATP Network Twitter account at ATP Network 247 on Twitter. Follow the ATP Network crew. That's all our usernames on Twitter right there. So follow us. Like the video. It's free. It don't cost you a damn thing. So like the video. And also too, y'all, um, if you want to help the Palestinians in any way possible, this right here is the bare minimum. Go to GazaFunds.com. I mean, if you ain't got no money to donate, that's fine, because there's always other ways you can do to contribute. Like share the links to their GoFundMe's. Like just go through them, read them, the different campaigns, and share them on your social media platform. I know some of y'all on Facebook or Instagram or whatever like that. Go to GazaFunds.com. Like instead of like a few people that I formerly knew, instead of you being manipulative and screen capping everything and lying on people, just go on GazaFunds.com. It's that's what you should be doing, but you know. Oh god, so yeah, man. Sorry about the glitch earlier. I don't know what in the hell that was. Oh man, StreamYard sometime. Like, if you're gonna increase the fucking price, at least make this shit flawless. Look, I know, I get it. StreamYard is a big platform and a lot of people use it, but goddamn. It's just my sometimes, man, like sometimes I just get frustrated over the little smallest things. Like anyway, so yeah, man, I got a lot of shit to talk about. Club Shay, what's going on with Club with Unc, man? Dang, Unc ain't on ESPN no more. Um, then we'll talk about Trump's baby bonus. I mean, and a few other things. So, oh yeah, and talk about Cenk'S Rebellion Pack. Oh, Cenk, it's the pack for mutual aid. We shall see. But before I get to all that shit, let me get to this. Let me get to this video I got from Instagram. Shout out to More Perfect Union. Y'all know who pretty sure most of you know who More Perfect Union is. They do the work. So here you go.
Humongous building and getting all this equipment here.
Las cuchillas se movieron y fue donde me apachurró con hierro, las cuchillas, ¿verdad? Pero fue un instante, como le digo, cuando me quité el guante, yo miré que tenía casi deshechos los dedos.
There are workers that I've spoken to, like Luis.
Wow. Y'all see that dude's hand? Hand all busted up and shit. Wow. Um, like, so where's OSHA at? I mean, this is Tesla's Gigafactory, so yeah, this is wild.
Whose injury should appear in these reports per the agreement between Tesla and Travis County, and his injury is not there.
I just cannot express enough appreciation and gratitude and admiration for the Tesla team that built Giga Texas. Let's just give them a hand.
Me asignaron el trabajo de 7 personas. Me siento triste, me siento explotada. Me sentí en un momento como esclavizada.
There's no place.
So that woman said in Spanish she felt like she was a slave. Wow. Yeah, I mean, Elon wants you to be a slave. Elon, yeah, this is the same Elon that won't, that say he liked the H-1B visas because basically those folks are slaves. I mean, if they ain't no longer used, they ship them back to the country they came from. So it makes sense.
Like Texas.
No me daban el equipo de seguridad porque cuando me tocaba botar mucho desperdicio de construcción, maderas, fierros, toda esa cosa, y había mucho polvo. Yo tenía que barrer todo ese polvo, tenía que pelear por las mascarillas, me daban una mascarilla. Cuando yo me quitaba la mascarilla, todo el polvo me quedaba aquí en lo que era la...
So they was sweeping up all that dust and debris, and they didn't give them no PPE. Like all that dust and stuff goes into your lungs and clogs up your lungs and shit. And they didn't give them no PPE. She said she had to fight to ask for face mask, which probably need goggles and really a suit. To be honest with you, one of them suits that cover your whole body up, like all that dust and stuff getting on your clothes and stuff. Like, but Jesus.
forma de la mascarilla.
There are workers whose lives were turned upside down, whose lives will not be the same, whose families will not be the same because workers did not get the training they needed to be safe as required by Travis County.
Siempre quedan secuelas, le quedan secuelas a uno, ¿verdad? Lastimosamente a mí me quedaron secuelas. A veces mi mano se duerme, parte de mi hombro se duerme.
You know, we work with a lot of immigrant workers, and the threat of retaliation, the threat of losing your job and your livelihood is amplified by the fact that there's also...
See, these people are hypocrites because one minute they say get all the immigrants out, you know, then one minute you got immigrants working it, like immigrants, like Tesla ain't the only one that hires immigrants. Is, you know, it's these meat packing plants, it's these big farms and all this stuff. Some of them yawning, y'all. I don't know why I've been yawning lately. But yeah, it's these big factories that, I mean, these big corporations that hire immigrants. Like, they love immigrants. That's why Florida, because when you're stupid and kick immigrants out, or immigrants are afraid to work because they scared of getting deported, now you want to hire fucking 13, 14-year-olds to work overnight shifts. Probably doing dangerous work. So yeah, not surprising.
So, you know, the threat of immigration enforcement for you or your family.
Después de que yo reporté, que yo me quejé, fue peor para mí. Terminé mi turno y no me despidieron cuando terminé el turno, sino que al día siguiente me mandaron un mensajito de que yo ya estaba despedida.
Travis County, other communities across Texas that are contemplating these deals really should utilize their power as a stakeholder to ensure that the people that they represent are actually protected and that truly do benefit from this agreement instead of being left, you know, owed wages and with injuries, some of which may last for the rest of their lives.
¿Cómo él, siendo tan millonario, no le interese que gracias a personas como yo y como muchas...
No, this woman, she finally realized that being ass ain't shit. Being ass ain't shit. Like, yeah, I could tell you that. Like, they don't care nothing about you. Like, you indisposable. You're like a cog in the machine. Once the cog is ineffective, they throw your ass out and they bring in somebody else to do the same job and probably pay them even less. Like, why you think Amazon did this thing where they don't want to keep people for long because they don't want to pay people more? I bet Amazon say, hey, why I gotta pay this person, you know, a higher wage to do the same job that I'll pay some desperate peasant they'll do it for even less. So, like, yeah, they find ways to screw over you. Like, immigrants are workers, you know, wheel workers, like, we all been screwed. Like, you know, Tesla ain't the only one, but yeah.
Más, él tiene todo el tesoro que tiene gracias a nosotros. y pienso que humanamente merecemos respeto.
Hey, why thank you when he could deport you or fire you like that? I guess yeah.
Merecemos consideración, merecemos tener la oportunidad de ganar bien, ganar un sueldo digno.
So yeah, y'all, you saw that. Yeah, sad. I mean, like, this is what billionaires want. This is what billionaires. This is why they love. Yeah, that's why they love immigration. Like the corporations love immigrants because they don't have to pay them anything, and then you know, then they can place them with other immigrants. That's this is why that both Democrats and Republicans never like when it comes to immigration, they really don't want to do it. They talk about it, you know. The Republicans mostly say, "Yeah, man, we need to restrict the borders even more." But at the end of the day, like that's funny though. Like you destabilize the countries that these immigrants come from. Then when they come, you make a big stank about it, and now and then um and then and then you want to kick them out, send them to El Salvador because they just trying to make a living for their family. Most of these people come over here with their families, right? Like this shows you that they are caring people. They want best for their families, but oh god, this country is shit. It's shit. So yeah. Anyway, let me get to the first story, man. Like, yeah, this shit is wild. All right, guys. So the first story I want to talk about is Shannon Sharpe, man. Wow, wow. At first, to be honest with you, I was kind of on Shannon Sharpe's side. I was saying, yeah, man, it's like he's a rich former athlete. Now he has his podcast. And when you have money, typically, I mean, speaking from a cis man's perspective here, women be on you. Like women want women any opportune time. Not all women, just some women. Not all women. I have to say that because tone policing in today's society. I swear. But anyway, yeah. But the more facts come out about this situation, the more I have to distance myself from agreeing with Shannon Sharpe. But thank God I was kind of like walking on eggshells when I first covered this. I think Thursday. Yeah, Thursday. Because yeah, this right here I got from TMZ Sports is suspect. It says Shannon Sharpe offered grape accuser at least 10 million to settle case. And you got to remember, Shannon Sharpe was, I don't think now he's getting that $100 million podcasting deal, but yeah, he was supposed to get that deal. And, remember, yeah, if you're not, if you don't follow sports, um, yeah, it's big $100 million deal. And I think, to be honest with you, if you don't want no skeletons caught your closet, you give them $10 million and tell them to hush. So, all right, now let me read this. It says, Shannon Sharpe attorney just revealed the Pro Football Hall of Famer made an offer to his rape accuser, oh Lord, grape accuser of at least 10 million to close out the case before it went public. Of course, Lanny Davis, who's representing Sharpe in the ESPN personality civil SA case against Jane Doe, said in a meeting with reporters Tuesday, the proposal was doled out during mediations with the plaintiff within the last month or so. So I might play this right here. Let's see.
Did you and Shannon offer to settle these accusations?
Yes, there was a settlement offer made by Mr. Sharpe. I will only generally say to you that it was in the tens of millions of dollars demanded by the plaintiff in return for her silence. That's under any definition commonly understood. That is blackmail. And Mr.
That's damning, man. That's damning. You got Shannon Sharpe's lawyer saying, yeah, we offered her he said tens of millions. Yeah, but Shannon said that but Shannon Sharpe came out prior to that saying that he was going to fight this and then he was going to countersue her for defamation, which, I mean, that, yeah, like, yeah, like Shannon Sharpe's lawyer sucks. Like, why you have him coming out saying stuff? Usually in a case like this, I guess you make a statement, but why would you say it's a tape out, like a sex tape out, when the other lawyer, Tony Busby, never said it was a tape. He never said he gonna release a tape, the sex tape, I guess. So, like, you just don't make mistakes like that. You just don't do that, man. Like, I mean, my God, man, this is damning. This is damning.
Sharpe was willing to pay an amount in the tens of millions of dollars, but no final agreement could be reached. And we thought we were still in the middle of discussions when, without warning, the mediator, who's a retired judge, ourselves as lawyers, without any prior warning, still thinking that we were close to a final agreement, the plaintiff and her lawyer from Houston filed a case in Texas, publicly accusing my client of lies and willful, harmful lies by using the rape word when it was she knows, 100% knows, and the evidence will show that she knew that this was entirely consensual. So,
well, if my thing is, if it's consensual, like, it don't matter how old the woman is. I'll say it, as long as it's within the age of consent. Okay, like, I'm not gonna tell people how old. I have comrades that don't look at age when it comes to people. So, I mean, that's not my problem. The problem is that, like, you just don't offer people tens of millions of dollars just because you had consensual sex with somebody that was doing basically sex work, like OnlyFans. Like, it just, your spidey senses tingle, like something more happened. Like, but it is something that tape that came out from Tony Busby that had Shannon Sharpe say he threatened to choke her or something like that. So, yeah, maybe it's that. You don't know. You know, more facts still coming out. Like, this shit's damning. This is from Shannon Sharpe's own attorney.
We were of the belief on our side that we had an agreement without any warning. Not even the mediator, who is a retired judge, was given a warning out of courtesy. This case was filed and the public charges went throughout the media before we even knew that the discussions were over and the case had been filed.
Mr. Davis, last Friday, Front Office Sports reported Mr. Sharpe was in line for a $100 million deal for his podcast. On Sunday, the lawsuit was filed. Is there a timing issue here?
This is one of those two facts line up one after the other, where everyone can draw their own reasonable inference. So I have a reasonable inference. It's my reasonable inference. Others might disagree that they're very related, that this plaintiff was looking for money. What she does on OnlyFans was for money in role-playing and virtual fantasy with men who pay her. At the end of the relationship, it's not known yet.
A lot of people, even myself too, I admit, like, we can't blame the woman. Damn, I forgot her name. Her name is out there now, but y'all know who I'm talking about. We can't blame her for this. Like Shannon, you're a black man in America, bro. You're a black rich man in America. Like, I mean, like, dog, come on. Like, even if you threaten to harm her, even his lawyer said he said it when he was mad. Like, we always say shit when we mad. Like, I'm not, I get mad all the time, my damn stuff. But again, it's like, come on, man. Like you knew that she was going to try to sue your ass. I mean, she knew she would try to take action on your ass. Soon as you about to get that $100 million podcasting deal, which is insane, by the way. $100 million just to talk. Wow. Wow. Some people just have it too easy in this world, ain't it? Oh God. You could get $100 million just to talk about sports while I get 3 views on YouTube because YouTube hates my rhetoric, my propaganda. Oh God. What different world we live in. But I'm sorry to be off topic there, but let's continue. Um,
But it is a fact that the plaintiff started to charge Mr. Sharpe money, so the relationship became transactional. This is who she is by the facts. I'm not saying it's good or bad. I'm just describing 2 facts, that she charged him money or asked for money. She's on OnlyFans and charges people money to do role playing, and that for that reason, I'm going to let the inference be decided by everybody that her knowledge that Mr. Sharpe was about to receive a very lucrative contract based upon his talent and his abilities, and he's extremely capable on television and very knowledgeable, not only as a great former professional athlete, but I believe as a very credible and likable television presentation, that he has great value in his podcast and his positions on television. She knew that, took advantage of it, and I have described this in my opinion, it's my opinion only, that this is classic.
I mean, of course, she'll take advantage of it. I mean, like you just really answered your own question. Like yeah, people mad at her, but you should be mad at Shannon Sharpe. Like you knew she was a sexual entertainer. Like, oh God, I have to watch what I say. Not only for YouTube purposes, but I want to get canceled by these kooks online. Like, I mean, what really gets me too is that he offered her money before this lawsuit came out. Then apparently, when the $100 million podcasting deal came out, that's why the lawsuit went through. I mean, out as well. So, I mean, I play the rest of it.
Definition of blackmail, especially when you know the party you're blackmailing is about to be making a lot of money. In my opinion, that gives the greatest leverage to a blackmailer, and I believe there's a reasonable inference that one led to the other. Others might disagree. I'm sure Mr. Busby would make his own argument that this is not blackmail and that this is reasonable and that there's nothing to do with Mr. Sharpe's sudden announcement.
I mean, I'm gonna end it there. I'm gonna read the article, but I mean, in my eyes, I don't see it as blackmail. How can it be blackmail when you offer her a settlement? Now, it'd be one thing if you didn't offer her this, then not I don't understand. So Lanny submitted, hey, Shannon Sharpe wanted to pay her off. Then you gonna say now she's blackmailing him because she didn't take the settlement. Nah, bro. Nah. Nobody buys that shit, man. Like, damn. Like, David said Doe seemed to be considering it before she suddenly, without warning, walked away from my offer. And I don't know why they keep calling her Doe. Like, we know her name. I forgot the woman's name. Oh God. Let me see. It said Davis later added it was a big surprise to us when suddenly this case was filed without any advance warning. I mean, they don't have to give you a warning. Like shit comes out the blue. You know how many people get sued for somebody stepped on their toe, like a celebrity stepped on somebody's toe and they get sued for that. Yeah, yeah. I mean, it says though though her famed lawyer Tony Busby filed a lawsuit on Sunday in Nevada. She claimed that she met the ex-Denver Broncos player at a gym in Los Angeles in 2023 when she was just 20 years old. She began a consensual relationship with him, though she described it as controlling and verbally abusive one. According to a suit in late 2024, she tried to break things off with him. He raped her. Oh, he raped her? Oh, Lord. I'm gonna get our channel kicked out, man. He raped her, she said again, essayed her in 2025. So she claiming that. So she claiming that. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know about that. It's wishy washy. Like the text messages that Shannon Sharpe leaked out showed me that she wanted more, and now she's saying that she wanted to end it, but he forced himself on her. So it's a mess. Like Savage Sav said, it's a mess. Um, this is the audio right here. Man, oh God, should I play this? I might as well. Hell,
Like, I don't know. Anything I say, you're just gonna like get mad at and you're just gonna hang up on me. So I feel like.
I'm not gonna hang up on you. Here's what it is.
What does that even mean?
Nothing, Gabby. You want to be a to me now, so.
I don't want to be. Don't manipulate me.
Oh, no, no mercy. If you say that one more time, I'm gonna choke the shit out of you when I see you.
now a lot of people said that, the people that defend Shannon Sharpe, of course, said that this audio clip is doctored, it's AI generated, but it turns out that this is a real phone call. It's not AI, you know, stuff like that. So I had to say that. And yeah, man, yeah, again, this is damning shit, man. Wow. Wow.
Thank you.
Okay. Well,
Yeah, it's a lot of pauses in there, which a lot of people say, yeah, it's probably not a real phone call, but it turns out it was. But yeah, man, like you say, you're gonna choke the crap out of her. I mean, yeah, it kind of does matter. Like, like when you say some stuff like that to somebody, either they broke up with you or they made you mad or something. Like, this is wild. Shannon.
I don't.
You know what?
Well, I don't want to be choked.
Yes, you do. I don't think you have a choice in the matter.
So that's that. Um, yeah. It says Busby released audio Tuesday of alleged conversation between Sharpe and Doe that says took place near the end of their relationship. In the clip, Shannon Sharpe could be heard threatening, to choke the S out of Doe. Davis acknowledged that his meeting with the media members Tuesday that the client spoke in the heat of the moment and not literally mean the words. Um, it says, as for the rest of those allegations, Davis denied all of them repeatedly and said they will be filing a counter claim against Doe shortly. Davis also believes that there will be a video of Shannon Sharpe and his accuser released sometime in the near future. He cautioned people to withhold judgment on it whenever it drops, insisting it's heavily edited. Um, it says, for Sharpe's part, he released a video statement Tuesday calling those allegations a shakedown. I don't think it's a shakedown when you wanted to shut her up. I know my family and fans know exactly what this is about. He said, I'm going to be out there telling you whatever I need to say. Just like I always do. I love all you guys. So yeah. So yeah, that's wild. But I'm not done yet. Like this shit is so tense. It's that um hold on. Like this shit's tense, man. Like wow. Let me share my screen. Uh keep forgetting to share my screen. There we go. Share my screen right here. Um Shannon stepping away from ESPN. I mean, wow. I think all of us saw it coming. Like, yeah, we saw it coming, man. Like, this is it's too hot right now. It's too hot. Like, damn, son. Like every day, man. Either something that this White House does that's newsworthy, or is somebody that you seen play, an athlete or some entertainer or celebrity or whatever. It's always something every day. But I'll read to you. It's from NBC News. Um, it says Shannon Sharpe stepping aside from ESPN and wake the sexual assault lawsuit. Now it says stepping aside. It didn't say he was fired, which I mean, he's innocent until proved guilty, right? So you could say like, hey, yeah, him and his lawyer, they gotta get ready for this big ass shithole of a lawsuit. Yeah, true that. But I'm gonna read some of this. He says, I will be devoting this time to my family and responding and dealing with these false allegations set against me. The Hall of Fame football great said. Um, so, uh, so I'm not gonna play that video. It says, football great Shannon Sharpe said Thursday that he will step aside temporarily from his duties at ESPN in the wake of a $50 million lawsuit accusing him of rape. The 56-year-old former Denver Broncos tight end said he needs time to step away from the studios to fight allegations he called false and disruptive. At this juncture, I am electing to step aside temporarily from my ESPN duties, he said in a statement. I really believe though. I believe that this is like a soft fire. This is like a soft fire, man. Like I don't know. I think that ESPN is gonna lay the wood on him. I just really think that. The climbing the arrow win, man. Like yeah, this is yeah. Um, but I think this is like a nice way of letting him go. Um, he says the first NFL exhibition game is set for July 31st, with the regular season likely to kick off September 4th. Sharpe hopes to be back behind the mic by then. I'll be devoting this time to my family and responding to dealing with these false and disruptive allegations set against me, he said. I plan to return to ESPN at the start of the NFL preseason. So, yeah. So I'm gonna end it there, man. So my final thoughts on, well, no, I ain't done yet. Like Shannon, you should have listened at Cat Williams and Monique, man. Like, like, come on, man. Like, you know that people on OnlyFans, like they do things for a reason, right? Like you know, if you know, you know. Like I ain't gonna say it because I'm gonna get counseled, but yeah, like somebody with your stature, like Cat Williams warned them. I'm finna play this clip I got right here.
Women are as great as any other women. But I'm not going to act like I'm not scared of them. I have a reason to be scared. You could be Kang the Conqueror, and they could take your rabbit ass down in 2 weekends. And that's the truth of the matter. So I stayed away from that. And remember, I told you the drug story from when I'm in the park. Yeah. So these are just the things. I had all of those when I came in. I already was ready for that. That's what they don't like.
So yeah. Like basically after the decode what he said was like, yeah, like, I like I like sexual pleasures, but I had to learn to be careful on who I mess with. So yeah, Shannon Sharpe, man. I mean, like, still more facts gotta come out. This sex tape supposed to come out soon. So yeah, I'm keeping my eye on this heavily. So, all right, guys, on to the next story. All right, guys, before I get to the next story, be sure to like the video. It's free. It don't cost you nothing. So, like that video. Do it. So, yeah, this is a joke. This is laughable. This is clown type energy right here. Um, like, my thing is, if you're not gonna give people more than this, like, if you just give people this one time, then you just like, it costs almost 400 grand to raise a child these days. So one check of not even 1% of that. What? 0.00001% of that? Like, you gotta be kidding me. It says Trump administration looking at $5,000 baby bonus to incentivize public to have children because to be in that class is worried about people not having kids to work at Amazon and Walmart and and Target and wherever the fuck else. Like, oh Lord, what are we gonna do? So yeah, that's the reason why. Play this video right here. Then I'm gonna read a little bit of it.
And the New York Times reports the Trump administration is considering proposals to encourage more American women to get married and have babies. The incentives would potentially include giving $5,000 in cash to American mothers after
Get married? You ain't gotta get married to have a kid. Like, you can't force people to just marry anybody to have a kid for $5,000 for one time. The fuck? I heard what that woman just said. Come on, man.
Delivery and funding programs to educate women on their menstrual cycles. The administration officials have publicly promoted the pro-natalist movement on several occasions.
I want more babies in the United States of America. And I want beautiful young men and women who are...
Yeah, I want more babies so they can work at my B&I buddies company to make them more money. Just say that. Just say that, man. You don't care about these kids. You don't care about kids, man. If you people actually cared about kids, then they wouldn't go to bed hungry, or you'll fund them to have free school lunch, free school breakfast. Like, y'all want to get rid of that. So yeah, miss me with that crap, man. Like, there's more stuff I want to say about these people, but I'm trying to hold back so I don't get our channel taken off YouTube. Jeez.
Eager to welcome them into the world and eager to raise them.
The birth rate is very low in almost every country. And unless that changes, civilization will disappear. America had the lowest birth rate, I believe, ever. That was last year.
I'll be known as the fertilization president. That's okay. That's not bad.
The crazy thing is, y'all don't believe in IVF, but you should have more kids. These people just talk on the side of their damn mouth. They don't know what the hell they be talking about. They just say anything to see if it sticks to the wall. Like, I don't know, man. I just don't know. Fertilization president? But IVF is bad, according to you people. I mean, you conservatives. Like, I don't get it.
And New York Times reporter Caroline Kitchener joins me now to talk more about this. Caroline, thanks for coming on. I know you did a deep dive on this topic. So what else can you tell us about these potential incentives and the overall goal here?
Well, we don't know what the Trump administration is going to do yet, but I had started hearing from sources that they were taking these meetings and they were having these conversations, and they were saying to advocates who care very deeply about the declining birth rate, here, come to us, bring us your proposals. And so that's what they did. And they've really been hearing them out in recent weeks. So I think it's anybody's guess what they're going to do, but I think it's fair to expect them to do something.
As we're talking about this, the national birth rate has declined since 2007. Last year, the CDC reported birth rates are at a historic low. So why are Americans having fewer children, and why is that?
I give you a couple of reasons. One reason is because, I mean, the world is so diabolical. And the second reason is because people can't afford to have children. People can't afford it. Like, like people can't afford it. Like that should be the number one reason. But again, like I hear a lot of people say, I don't want to bring a baby into this evil world where fascism reigns, reigns, and now it's gone rogue. Like I don't blame them. I can't blame them. You can't blame them. So I mean, like, hopefully this New York Times reporter will say because of the economic situation. But let's see what she got to say. Just interesting to me.
That's so significant.
I think there are a lot of reasons for it, and different parts of this movement highlight different reasons in line with their goals. So from social conservatives, from Christian conservatives, you'll hear talk about, the crisis of the traditional family and how media and politics is giving women kind of a different idea of what they should value, that they should value work over family. You hear them talk a lot about how people are having babies later, getting married later, or not getting married at all. And that's a really big concern for a lot of people that are very close to President Trump and this administration.
You say the desire to increase funds to help mothers and babies could collide with other administration priorities. What do you mean by that?
So basically, so basically, when she said the religious aspect of it, I really didn't thought about it like that. But yeah, that's not the reason. No, that's not the reason. In my opinion.
Well, we've seen big cuts in a lot of these agencies that are very relevant to some of these goals. For example, in the Department of Health and Human Services, we saw massive cuts to the Division of Reproductive Health. Now, that's something that's the IVF division was within that part of the department. And
see that you cut IVF research, but you want people to have more kids. Like IVF, like my thing is, if you want people to have more kids, you put more money into IVF in reproductive research. Why are you cutting it? No, it's waste, fraud, and abuse, according to him. Oh my God, bro. These people are sick. They sick. They sick. They say anything.
And yet you've heard Donald Trump say, I am the fertilization president. I am the father of IVF and making really big promises in that area. But yet you see these cuts. So I think, we have to see how, these priorities align with DOGE and potential cuts that we have seen and that we could see going forward.
All right. New York Times reporter Caroline Kitchener, we appreciate your.
All right. Done with that. So it says the White House have been fielding proposals aimed at persuading people to marry and have children. The effort being pushed by outside groups focused on increasing the nation's birth rate after 5 years of decline. One such proposal has been pitched to the White House advisors as a $5,000 baby bonus to every American mother after she gives birth. Sounds like a good idea to me, President Trump said Tuesday when asked about the $5,000 incentive for new mothers. When asked by ABC News about the proposal the administration have been fielding, White House Press Secretary Karen Levitt said the president is profoundly implementing policies to uplift American families. I mean, no, he's not, because people can't afford eggs, and people getting laid off, government employees that have families been laid off. So yeah, that's a lie. It says the president wants America to be a country where children can safely grow up and achieve their American dream. By what? Working in indentured servitude? No, indentured servitude, not slavitude. Indentured servitude, like That's the American dream now. As a mother myself, I am proud to work for a president who is taking significant action to leave a better country for the next generation. Let me say it. It's funny because people know they're lying. Sources caution that while advisors are considering the idea, Trump hasn't made a final decision on any other proposal. A White House official pointed CBS News to policies Trump has taken so to help families. It's aimed at increasing access and affordability for in vitro fertilization or IVF. The official had also cautioned against linking outside proposals to the White House. Trump administration has made significant efforts to help families and emphasize that more babies need to be born in the United States. On the campaign trail, Trump coined himself the king of IVF in March. He joked that he would be known as the fertilization president. And it says here, J.D. Vance also made a concerted effort to encourage people to have more kids during the 2024 campaign. Vance said the child tax credit should be expanded, stating that he would love to see it $5,000 per child, but he noted it needs to be worked out with Congress to see its viability. And this asshole knows good and damn well that they're not going to give kids $5,000 a month. And then, ain't J.D. Vance the same one that claims that he for the child tax credit, but when it was put up for a vote to expand it longer, he wasn't present to vote for it. And people think people I'm talking about the uninformed voter, like they think these people care about you, bro. Like not only just Republicans, Democrats too, like they full of it. Like they lie to you. Like it's like to me, some people just like being lied to. Like no matter how much you tell people, like, hey, like Trump don't really mean about lowering grocery prices. Trump don't really mean about bringing back American jobs. Like all this shit's a farce. Like Trump want to make his billionaire buddies richer. That's that. Like that's all he cares about. Like why he think he let Elon ran roughshod for 120 days because Elon paid his way to be in the White House. And J.D. Vance, yeah, he called Trump Hitler, but he really didn't mean it because like these motherfuckers are power hungry. But J.D. Vance said, I'm for $5,000 per child, but Congress ain't gonna pass this off just talking, to sound good, Oh God, man. It says at the March for Life in late January, Vance told the crowd he wanted more babies in the United States of America and called for the government to do its part to ensure families can afford to care for their children. I want more happy children in our country, and I want beautiful young men and women who are eager to welcome them to the world and eager to raise them. And it's the task of our government to make it easier for young moms and dads to afford to have kids, to bring them into the world and welcome them as blessings that we know they are. Well, my thing is, if you want to make more families to be able to afford to have kids, then give them a fucking livable wage. Get them free health care, free child care. Like that's how you fix it. But y'all think a one-time payment of $5,000 is gonna encourage people to have families? I mean, families and children. I'm like, I don't know what to tell you. Like, oh my God, these people is just so funny, man. This shit is funny. When I saw this, I swear to God, I first saw this news story in the gym, and I'm like, $5,000. I'm like, ain't no way this shit gonna be five. I said this is a one-time payment. A bonus is a one-time payment. I think a lot of people will probably misinformed thinking that these kooks gonna give them $5,000 a month to after a woman gives birth. Like no, like this is a one-time thing. It's not gonna even do nothing. It's just talk. It's just all talk. Like that's just gonna happen. Like the same guy that said he's the fertilization president turns around and cuts out fertilization from the HSS. Make it make sense. But anyway, the next thing I want to talk about is this video. I'm gonna share my screen here. On why, since everybody, since all these billionaires asking why people ain't having children no more. Here's a YouTube video from CNBC, by the way, talking about it. So here we go.
2023 in the U.S., that's about 76,000 fewer than the previous year and the lowest one-year tally since 1979. Joining us with the economic implications of the declining U.S. birth rate, Melissa Kearney is an economics professor at the University of Maryland. Good morning. Morning to you. Somehow every story relates back to Elon Musk one way or another, and this is an issue that he's been talking about for quite some time, Melissa. How bad is it, and when do we have to really start worrying about it?
Yeah, well, first, thanks for having me on, Andrew. So it's actually quite likely that in the not too distant future, the global population is going to decline. But in the U.S., we're facing a shrinking working age population pretty imminently. So I think that's something that we need to be worried about. Our working age population has been stagnant for a while.
My thing is, too, then I'm going to let her continue. If the world wasn't so shitty, yeah, birth rate would be even higher. Like, the reason why the baby boomer era in the 50s and 60s was a success is because people's needs was met. I mean, like, people's needs aren't being met. So people are being overworked. People are being stressed out. I don't think it's good for a woman to be pregnant while being stressed. Like, that's not good for the child. Like, so if the woman needs was met, making sure she don't have a big old bill. And also, too, I found out, too, on Red Note. I love Red Note, man. Shout out to Red Note. There's a lot of people say that $5,000 bonus don't even cover delivery and stuff. Like, when a woman delivers a baby. So, yeah, like, not even enough. Man. But I let her continue. I just thought about that and I had to pause this video. Here we go.
Births in the U.S. have been falling persistently and precipitously since 2007, and I don't see any reason to think they're going to turn around.
If you were going to do something about that, what would it be?
So unfortunately, the lesson we can learn from other high-income countries that have been expressly experimenting with pro-natalist policies really reveals that economic tinkering, some tax credits here or there, extended parental leave, that's not going to do it. So I think if what we want to do is just, hold steady birth rates, even at the low level they are, or turn them around to increase them, it's going to take a real big investment in families in this country, a lot more support, financial support, things that make it easier for parents to combine having kids and work.
So basically, she's saying, family paid leave. And what is she talking about? Like, tax credits ain't gonna help. Like, yeah, it will help if it's recurring payments, not one-time bonus, like what Trump administration proposing. Like, maybe free childcare, like stuff like that. Like, making sure the child is taken care of and making sure the parent ain't got to stress. Like, yeah. Like, come on, man.
Working, really a dramatic reorientation of society toward a more family-friendly society. Short of that, we have to think about how to... I mean,
we've been going the last 100 years the other direction, though. So do you think there's a political... So it would have to be a political will almost. What would be a good country to look at as an example of a country that's turned this the right direction?
Yeah, so this is actually a really interesting point. I think this is why this major challenge has snuck up on us, is because people have had in mind since the 1960s this misguided worry about overpopulation. So you're right, people have been celebrating declines in birth rates, and now all of a sudden we're starting to realize that's actually going to be really bad for our fiscal situation and our economic dynamism.
Yeah, see what she said? Heard what she said right there? That's why they want. That's why they want more women to have kids. The economic situation. Like, if you ain't got no worker, well, COVID. I mean, I think it's too how you can have more kids. You want the population to grow when you can't even get. When a pandemic comes, you can't even fucking like do that right. Like, you can't protect your own people. Like. That's crazy. Like, it show you how everything is tied into this. Like you, like you killed off essential workers because you wanted to open up the economy, and some of those essential workers probably were immune compromised to COVID and stuff like that. Stuff like that. But yeah, let's have more kids because, especially now, since we're still in a pandemic, like some people unfortunately died. Yeah, birth rates are declining, and don't you think that too? Pandemic had a lot to do with it. Yeah, it was a lot. Yeah, there's some people that had kids during the pandemic, but like people looking at the world situation, like, yeah, I don't know, yeah, I don't know, I don't want to have a child at this, like, I think everybody that wants to have kids want to wish the best for their child, you really want to bring a child into this type of situation where, like, it's homeless people on every street corner of America. Climate change is crazy. Like, Florida had 2 fucking strong hurricanes and extreme heat in Arizona, like 100 days, 100 plus degree weather. And I want to bring a child into that. And we got you got the billionaires owning everything. You got everybody else scattering for crumbs. Like, come on, man. Like, we got to stop this. It's funny, man.
Who's turned it around? Japan has managed to stall the decline in birth rates. It's still, birth rates in Japan are still so low that they're far below replacement level. I suppose they haven't fallen out quite as far as South Korea. They've spent 4 times as much in terms of share in their GDP on pro-family policies in recent decades. France has managed to throw a lot of support at this problem and, again, stalled out their fertility decline, but still far below replacement level. I can't really point to an advanced economy that has turned around declining fertility rates. That's the issue here.
So yeah, I've seen articles too online saying that birth rates are declining around the world. See, I'm not really in those countries. I'm most likely have to bring somebody on that like study that stuff in other countries and stuff like that. But yeah, it's a big problem. It's a big problem. But again, you say to yourself, I mean, why? I know why in the U.S., but why in these other countries? Well, I'm pretty sure the government take care of their people. So.
I think what we have to think about is if we're facing an aging population, a shrinking age working population, how do we invest in a talent pipeline when there are just simply fewer workers around? That's going to take a big investment in human capital.
But I have a question though, like all this AI and automation is coming out, but you still need workers. So why? That's kind of conflicting to me. Like Bill Gates is so reluctant on AI. It's going to replace workers. But then you hear people incentivizing people to have babies to work for these billionaires. So kind of conflicting to me, but I had to throw that in there as well.
I just wonder what those moves are that companies do or that countries do that you think are successful. I mean, when you think of Japan as the example to this, they're doing more and more to try and get women in the workforce. It's hard to boost your birth rate at the same time you're trying to get women to come into the workforce, especially in a workforce where there aren't enough days off. There's a very serious long day that goes along with that. What are countries doing that helps? Is it spending more on childcare so that women can work and have kids? Is it doing more to pay people to stay home? I mean, it's a complicated question, and when you push on one lever, you inevitably wind up with a problem on the other side.
Yeah, let me be clear. I don't think there's any country we can point to that's been particularly successful at this. So what have
Yeah, you gotta think about it too. Also, during the baby boom era, the wife was able to stay home and take care of the kids because when wages kept up with production, with the labor, like back then, the partner usually was the one, like one partner usually the one that cover all the bills and stuff. So yeah, like you gotta consider all that too. Compared to now, where wages have not kept up with inflation, or greedflation. So it's a lot of factors.
countries tried doing? Much more extended paid leaves than the U.S. has. Really generous child supports. If we look at Scandinavia, so women there are still having below 2 kids on average. And so even the most generous countries in terms of the kind of supports they give parents and working parents are faced with below replacement level fertility. The issue of women working is really interesting. A majority of women work now across advanced economies, about 80%. So we shouldn't really think about women either having and raising kids or working. And I think the right way to think about any sort of pro-natalist policy is things that make it easier for parents to combine work and having kids.
Is there any economy that you know of that's had this trend line go in the wrong direction the way it seems to be going and has somehow done better on the other end of it? Meaning that the economy has succeeded despite the lesser number of people.
Yeah, I think the decline in population is really unprecedented in modern history. And so we're really in uncharted waters here, facing a decline, an imminent decline in our population. We've been dealing with aging for a long time, but that's going to get even more extreme. And so again, this is why this is such a big challenge. And as you said, I think it snuck up on people because people were, had this misguided idea that we should be worried about overpopulation. So we don't have an example of an advanced economy whose working age population shrunk, and yet they maintained great economic dynamism. This is why I see this as a real major economic challenge that we need to be paying attention to. And to get back to your point at the beginning, Elon Musk has been
that there. But my final thoughts on this is, I think worldwide, like my guess is that people look at the current situation, what's going on in the world as well, and say, pass on having kids. Like that's what I think. Like, even in other countries that are way better than the United States, that guarantee paid leave, child care and stuff like that, and they're not having kids. Like, yeah, that's a telltale sign too as well. But as for the United States perspective, like, people can't afford it. Like, can't afford it. So, all right, guys, on to the next. All right, guys, so, man, I got this shit paused like this, and she looking like that. Oh, wow. Oh, man, I'm such a weirdo. Oh, God. And like that person when they had their first taste of shit, the coffee in the morning, it hits you different, like that. Oh, what the fuck she look like? But so yeah, talking about TYT again, man. I'm turning to the Vanguard now. Damn, but anyway, yeah, Jank. Oh God, I see. Like, I guess the right wing tactic of pandering to the right isn't working, so I guess Jank, he's going back to his old tricks, like another populist takeover of the Democratic Party. Like, dude, like, didn't we try this with AOC and the Squad, and they end up being just Democrats that say a crumb or two every now and again, like, yeah, we need health care. Yeah, we need to fight the oligarchy. Like a populist takeover. I thought that was the Justice Democrats are supposed to do. Like, people told me that the Justice Democrats are supposed to be like the Democratic Tea Party, like supposed to cause a ruckus, supposed to disrupt shit, but they went on to get along because Nancy Pelosi and the Democratic elite threatened they tenure. Like, and then we had the main one, AOC, said that she'll be a one-term congresswoman, but she's still there, like doing oligarchy tours, raising $10 million in a safe district. Like, a lot of people said she could be raising that money to run for Senate, but nah, you don't raise that much money to run for Senate. Senate is a bigger seat than the House, but nah, she running for president. So anyway, let's see what Cenk got to say. Lord have mercy, man. It'd be nice. Nah, I leave that for the end, but I'm gonna let this play because this and oh Lord, I'm laughing so hard I'm shaking the camera.
Joining us now with a big announcement is Cenk Uygur. Cenk, how you doing?
Good, Anna. How you doing?
Pretty good, pretty good.
All right. I'm in New York, as you can tell, and
I ain't gonna lie, man. I know I'm nitpicking, but Anna just looks so uncomfortable now. She just don't look like she fit. She looks like she's pulling her teeth doing that. Like, I don't like you. Body language don't lie, man. It don't lie. Like everybody say it. Like, Anna isn't happy. She isn't happy here. She isn't happy on TYT. Like, I don't know whether it's the right wing pivot she been doing. Like, maybe she want to be on Fox News. I don't know, but she don't look happy. Like, that fake ass smile she got on her face. Like, I also noticed too that she doesn't be in the Poly Market studio much. Like, that's a red flag right there. And I don't want to hear that, that she just want to avoid traffic. Like, and I don't want to hear that she's staying home, to avoid Rona. No. Yeah. Oh God, you continue.
a fun hotel room here. Big announcement.
Oh God. Thank God for ad blocker. This is probably
today. We are launching a populist takeover of the Democratic Party. We're doing it through a Rebellion PAC, rebellionpac.com. So what does that mean? First of all, what are we concentrating on? Economic populism. So we are going to find candidates, and we already have, and I'll tell you who some of those candidates are, that believe in doing real populism, not the kind of fake populism that Donald Trump and Elon Musk did, and obviously not the establishment. So we're at the very center of the Democratic Party.
But this sounds like the same shit you tried in 2018, though, dude. Like, what? This is the big announcement? Like, you just doing the... Oh, okay, I see what you're doing. You're doing the same thing, but you're doing it with a little twist. Like, so more economic populism. A little bit more economic populism, Not, let's say, yeah. Like, oh God.
The 6 policy proposals are incredibly popular. They all poll over 2/3. They're the most popular positions the Democratic Party has. And so our revolutionary idea is, why don't we do them first? And let's get a giant coalition to do this. And we're planting our flag and saying we think the Democratic Party should go towards economic populism. And so we have an incumbent that is a sitting congressman who's with us and has already joined the rebellion.
Yeah. The Democrats gonna go to economic populism like faster than Trump sending out $5,000 baby bonus checks. It's not gonna happen, bro. Like, oh God, like no. The Democratic Party love capitalism, boy. They benefit from capitalism, bro. Fuck your populism. That's what they'll tell you.
We have several candidates who have joined the rebellion, and as you'll see, they're about as populist as it gets. So some portions of the party, the establishment, are basically in the do-nothing camp, and some good folks are in the do-everything camp, Maximo's position. We're in the camp of do the right things and build up power and leverage, regain the country, and Anna, most importantly, in 2026, Let's go in blue, purple, and red districts. Let's take power back from Donald Trump, and then build the credibility and the leverage to be able to help in picking a 2028 candidate for the Democratic.
You know, saying is like this shit got leaked a month or two ago. Like I guess he was talking to his members or something like that on Zoom or something like that, and they said that they was gonna do this. So this is not really a big announcement. like we knew what you were gonna do. Like, so the right wing stuff didn't work. Like you basically clapped out your own channel, and now you're gonna do what you did back in 2018 that basically got you the fuse. Like, I ain't gonna lie, the Justice Democrats, that era though, it had me pumped, man. I was excited. I said, you know, Bernie Sanders, yeah, he got cheated in 2016. You know, if he runs again in 2020, hopefully he'll learn his lesson and fight. I thought Bernie was gonna fight, and then AOC, remember, I gave AOC money even though the damn woman wasn't not even in my district, like thousands of miles away, but I still supported her because I said, hey, she's gonna fight, you know, she's gonna fight, and you know, got excited, you know, and then yeah, like then they voted for the CARES Act, and then she called Nancy Pelosi Mama Bear, and then she voted president on the Iron Dome, and then broke a rebel strike. But yeah. But you know, hey, if I talk about Bernie and AOC, I'm a fake leftist. So, hey, also too, like Crystal and Kyle Kalinske, they have these candidates on that said they're not the establishment and they're gonna do this, they're gonna do that. Like, bro, like unless you're running third party, like you have to follow what the Democrats want you to do. Like you ain't gonna be able to do what the fuck you want, bro. Like ask AOC that. Like Nancy Pelosi had AOC crying like a like a wuss. Like trust me.
Primaries, take back the Democratic Party, and take back the country. And so this is a practical plan. It's a real plan. It involves real candidates. And again, with the most popular positions within the Democratic Party. Let's go win. Let's take power back for the people.
So how is this different from?
Oh God, I know Anna gonna ask why I asked, but yeah, take power back from what? That's what I'm gonna ask. Take power from what? Like, bro. This shit is a funny stream, bro. Oh my God. I just want to know, take power from what? Like you running through a party that's so entrenched in oligarchy money is that like what they gonna do? But
What was done through Justice Democrats, for instance, right? So Justice Democrats started or launched with you, by the way, being one of the people who pushed for it. And the idea was to get progressives to challenge Democratic incumbents. And that's how we have people like AOC in the House of Representatives. How is this different?
Yeah, so great question. So I was one of the co-founders of Just Democrats, and as our audience knows, we launched Just Democrats right here on Young Turks. And Ro Khanna again was the first person to sign up. You lead by leading, and that brother has a lot of courage, and he's had the right idea all along, economic patriotism. And I am proud to announce that Ro Khanna is now part of the rebellion. So super happy to have him on board. He believes in new economic patriotism. That's his term for it, and I love it. And he's in California 17 and is always leading the way. He's a co-chair, of course, of Bernie Sanders' presidential campaign. So thrilled to have him with us. There's another face that you'll remember in a second. But Anna, to your question about how this is different this time around, two things. Number one, back then the timing was right to win some stunning victories as we did in the AOC race, and then arguably in Rashida Tlaib and Ilhan Omar and Ayanna Pressley. And so But unfortunately, the Democratic Party and the Democratic voters weren't quite ready for a takeover. They still had faith in the Democratic establishment. Now, obviously, we tried to warn them. Bernie tried to warn them for year after year after year, saying that this establishment is never going to win. That you guys are missing it. It's not just that they don't have the right policies and they've been too corrupted by money in politics. We're in a populist era. And if you keep running the most corporate, most establishment candidates, you can't win. But at the time, the voters were not quite ready to hear that message after the debacle. And number two, we're sticking with our most popular issues. And we're giving a solemn promise that we are going to pass those bills. And so if we don't pass those bills, there should be accountability. So I don't want this to be the same old.
What bills you gonna pass? What are you talking about? Bills? Like, bro, people like Congress people propose bills. They don't even touch the speaker's They only touch the speaker's pedestal, whatever we fucking call it. The speaker's desk. What? You think the Democratic Party gonna put populist bills for them to vote on? This guy, man, Francesca, right? This guy is so delusional, man. Cenk is so delusional. It don't make any sense whatsoever. Like this, like Cenk, you okay, buddy? Like you don't know how shit works. Like you remember forced to vote? Like basically you're doing that with a twist. Like forced to vote was basically withholding a vote for speaker to put Medicare for all on the floor for a vote. So that's leverage. So how are they gonna have leverage without any concessions to put populist bills on the floor for a vote? Oh my God, bro. Come on, man. Come on, man. Stop capping, bro. Hold on. Damn. Here you go.
This bill that Biden proposed, COVID relief bill, they had $15 minimum wage in there and then they took it out. Well, the minute they took it out, that is when all the progressives in Congress should have risen up and said, no, that is our bare minimum ask. If you're taking that out, you're saying you're not going to do any of the progressive priorities. No, we said $15 minimum wage. We meant $15 minimum wage. We're voting no unless you give us $15 minimum wage. And if they had done that, they almost certainly would have gotten it passed. But they chose.
But again, forced to vote is basically that. No speakership. No speakership. Oh God! Like it's basically what forced to vote was, like leverage. Hey, no speakership for you, Nancy Pelosi. If you don't put this bill on the floor, that's what I meant to say. Oh my God! This guy is so unserious, man.
Was not to, and that applies to all Democrats. And of course, 8 Democrats in the Senate voted against it. But you see, that's part of the problem, Anna. This is a real challenge to the establishment. Because if the establishment says no, paid family leave or $15 minimum wage, et cetera, are not going to pass, and you need to be quiet about it, our candidates will not be quiet about it. Because if they are, they're gone, then they're not part of the rebellion. This is not for ego fulfillment. This is not to help anybody's career. This is to actually get the bills passed, because that's the only.
Get the bills passed. Yeah. Man, well, they're gonna be gone then, because you know they're gonna have that talk this time from Hakeem Jeffries and Nancy Pelosi too. Hey, y'all start all that capping, y'all ass out of here. Like, come on, man. Cenk is so delusional. It don't make any sense.
Only thing that actually affects the American voters' lives. The rest is all about ego and careers, and no one in this organization is interested in that.
So are you saying that Rebellion PAC will essentially challenge the candidate, and if they don't go along with what Rebellion PAC had supported them to do?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
So like I said, if paid family leave polls at 84%, if you're not willing to go to the mat for that, then you're not willing to go to the mat for anything. And so then you're not really actually part of the rebellion. So that's an easy decision. So there's two different parts to Anna, to be clear. There's the campaigns, and then when you're actually in Congress. So in the campaigns, they've all signed up for the populist plank. So again, you can see that at rebellionpact.com. And
Well, I know that Justice Democrats keep Cenk out because of stuff he said, but it's like, why you didn't? My thing is, okay, now he's claiming that he gonna hold their feet to the fire. But why you even before they kick you out, you should have said, "Hey, I leave," but you Justice whoever in charge of Justice Democrats should have hold AOC and them in the squad feet to the fire. But no, y'all went silent. Like y'all called out a couple of times, but I remember most of y'all, y'all went silent and shit. And she did all of that shit when those radical leftists was calling her ass out on her bullshit. Remember the like my thing is, if you supposed to be like, the Met Gala is a bourgeois rich folks party to wear clown clothes. Why you went with a white dress that on the back says "tax the rich"? Why you went to a Met Gala anyway? Like, Met Gala is the rich. It's for the rich. Oh my God, that's crazy. One of these members of this rebellion pack goes there and what they gonna say? Paid family leave for all. I mean, like, what in the hell this nigga talking about? Man, I'm on that bullshit today. He for a while.
Listed as some of the provisions for you. The others are anti-war, money out of politics. Don't let private equity buy our residential homes. They're driving up housing prices. Negotiate drug prices through Medicare. It's insane not to. And so Ro Khanna, by the way, calls himself a progressive capitalist. And I say that I'm in favor of democratic capitalism. So what you're sensing here is we believe in democracy.
What the hell is a democratic capitalist? Progressive capitalism? What? Democratic capitalism? Progressive capital? What? That don't make any sense. Like, capitalism is a grotesque word. I would not. They're like saying I'm a communist capitalist. What?
We believe in this system. We love the Constitution. We love America, but we need the voters to check the excesses of corporations, the donors, and corporate rule. So the most important thing is money out of politics. So they're all going to run on those 6. And then beyond that, we're not nitpicking. We're not doing purity tests. So if you want to be center left, far left, anything else along the spectrum, totally fine. But we're focusing on economic populism, and we're focusing on these 6 bills, and we're going to get these passed. And then once you build up leverage and credibility, then you want to make the next ask and the next ask. That makes sense. But you've got to earn that from the American voters. And so this is 100% to serve the voters and not the donors. That is, as usual, the very, very core of it.
So just let me say quickly, because it might seem weird that I'm like.
But Cenk, ain't you the same one that when you ran for president, which was a joke? The only reason why you did that was to sell your book. That's how irrelevant Cenk got. Like, it's sad. Like, Cenk usually used to be a big face of the left. Now he's really irrelevant. Like, nobody talks about him anymore. Nobody studying his ass. Like, he had to run a fake presidential campaign to sell his book, and then he'll say he'll take corporate PAC money. Like somebody that says that, then they do a 180 and does this. Like, you can't trust anything they say. Like, this is my thing. Like, if this works out like Justice Democrats kind of did, even though Justice Democrat is a flop now, but like, these people is gonna be to go along to get along, man. Like, they gonna have to, if they want to be career politicians, they gonna have to go along and get along. Like, ain't no way in hell the Democrats gonna let these folks cause a ruckus, as AOC said. and get populist bills passed. Like, how you gonna get populist bill passed when Democrats don't even want their own voters to have a $15 minimum wage? And the craziest thing is, even if they pass $15 minimum wage, it's still not enough to rent a fucking apartment in this country. So yeah, man, miss me with this. Like, I'm playing a few more minutes of this shit. It's kind of lame.
Asking you questions about what you're doing here when you and I work so closely on a day-to-day basis. Rebellion PAC and what you're doing outside of TYT is very much outside of TYT, so I'm not involved in any of this. And so one of the other questions that I have is whether, similar strategies are now being rolled out by folks like the vice chair of the Democratic National Committee, David Hogg. He's going to use about $20 million in order to primary ineffective Democrats in safe blue districts. Is this something that you see yourself working with David Hogg on, or do you see your project as entirely separate and will not have any collaboration with Hogg?
So I love what David Hogg is doing. I'm totally in favor of it. I believe in primaries. I believe in that the Democratic Party will be stronger if we have stronger, more contested primaries. We need the strongest possible candidates. For too long, the Democratic Party has anointed, and their track record on the candidates they've anointed is terrible, uniquely miserable. So no, we're not interested in anointing or giving incumbents a pass. So I love what David Hogg is doing. Will we coordinate? We haven't yet, and we're just launching today. I'm not opposed to it, but we've not had any communications about that. But everybody's got a slightly different strategy. From what I understand from the outside about his strategy, they're mainly focusing on blue districts, and which is what we did with Justice Democrats in the beginning. And nothing wrong with that. That's a perfectly good strategy. But in our case, Anna, we're doing blue, red, and purple districts. We're doing them all. In fact, the first candidate that is not in Congress that's signed up is Richard Ojeda. This brother is as populist gets. He's a retired Army major. He was in Fort Bragg for 16 years and
he's a retard. He's a retard. So yeah, I'm gonna end it there, man. I mean, like, just another waste of time in the interview. Just a waste. It's a waste, man. I'm sorry. It's a waste. Like, keep doing the same shit, gonna get the same result. Like, oh God, people gonna actually donate to this, and then like you running through the Democratic Party, which even Shannon once says, running through the Democratic Party is a dead end. Like, you're not gonna get no populist bills passed, jank. Like, they could shout to the rooftop. They could do what Cory Booker did, do a 25-hour filibuster speech. Like, they're not hearing that. In the David Hogg thing, I think it's a twist to it. I think they want to be more corporatized, but that's just me. So, I'm finna check out the comments, man, of this, like, bad TYT, every video TYT had, they get cooked, man. Let me look at these comments. Somebody said, gold standard, sound money for all your crooks, okay? It says, accountability. No, you're not serious about accountability. Let me tell you why. The idea of this change, it requires all our money, especially my money. And I've given a lot of it to people in organizations like you. And you lame duck Democrat, especially Bernie. You really care? You really want to make change and hold politicians accountable for turning back on us? Man, they wrote a long speech here. You really want to make a change that hold turning it back on us? Give us our money back. Damn. They said give them their money back. Oh, wow. Like, yeah. Give them their money back, and I'll tell this person, found a mutual aid organization, or give it to mutual aid, man. Like, all that money, I tell you, it's a waste. Like, even people seeing this shit, it's a waste of time and money. It is. Cenk isn't launching anything. He's desperately trying to become a big shot in the organic resistance movement that started with Bernie and later LC's anti-oligarchy rallies. Again, those are performative. Tim Walz's town halls and most recently David Hawk's challenge to the DNC's failed orthodoxy regarding incumbency. He and his born-again Karen sidekick are fame and funding thirsty. Yeah, man. Yeah, they're hemorrhaging money because they led their viewers astray. I mean, Cenk and Anna had a chance to say what us radical leftists have been saying. Like they ignored us for the longest time, even though Cenk, to his credit, went on to Savvy Sap show, even though he thought Savvy was a Democrat, which he wasn't. I guess he told him later on, like, "Hey, I'm not a Democrat, dog. Like, I'm independent." He's still saying like us Democrats. Like, what the fuck is your problem? God, this egotistical maniac, man, Cenk. It says you want to replace the old corrupt. Man, these people sound angry as hell. Old corrupt, insignificant, moderate prostitutes with new far left, progressive, woke, deprived, inept, incompetent yo-yos with younger globalist, far left oligarch pimps. Is that it, bruh? Get this through your fat marbly turkey. Damn, this person crazy here. The rest of the country don't want your open borders. I think this is a right winger though. Yeah, that's a right winger. But that's funny. Fat marbly head. Damn. Let me see. Oh yeah, by the way, Brianna Wu is not running that pack. So, let me see. Let me see. Somebody said Cenk ego knows no bounds. You got that right. Cenk thinks like things should run like a certain way. Like I remember Francesca told this story. Like she said, Cenk said when Cenk when Cenk was running for Congress, they're gonna give him the articles of impeachment to announce. Like, dude, like what the fuck you think? What you think you're a god or something? Oh God, don't do that, bro, Cenk. Don't do yourself like that. I'm glad he said it out loud. Let me see. Let me see. It's a right wing. Yeah, that's crazy. Cenk pounded right wing and right wingers are basically telling him fuck off. Like, bro, you sipping for right wingers and right wingers saying they don't like your woke politics. Damn. So I said, what a joke. So I said, Jake, do you pay a worker a living wage? Damn, son. Uh, Let me see. Jake is a fraud. Anna's a fraud. TYT a fraud. And this announcement is a big nothing burger. It's just Jake's big money grab. Don't fall for it. Damn. Somebody right here. Damn. People are just going off on man. You are a liar, Jake. Full shit. What? Spell his name wrong too. Full shit, you Democrats pushing. Oh my God. Yeah, these are right wingers. Oh God. Let me see. Open Secrets. Damn. It says Open Secrets Rebellion Pack 2024 took in $840,000, $408,000. Strategy, research, administrative, unclassifiable. Less than 3% went towards campaign contributions. Yeah, it's a money grab. Like I kind of knew it. Yeah, it makes sense. Yeah. Like I mean, TYT is frailing. It's not failing, but it's frailing. Like, they failed. TYT failed, man. Like, what about Medicare for all? Good question. Like, they ain't talking about that no more. Like, Cenk got Medicare. He don't give a fuck about you. He got an ego, remember? Let me see. Grifters say what? Good luck, guys. Go for somebody happy for him. Let me see. Any more? A lot of people say these comments are bots. I don't know about them being bots. Like people just sick of Cenk'S bull crap. Damn, somebody say you'll end up in jail, Cenk. Yeah, open secrets. Damn, they went on open secrets and look at the rebellion pack. Damn. Um, let me see. Cenk another loser move. so so yeah, man, I'm done. Um, so yeah, man, my final thoughts on it is that God, man, like waste, just a waste, just a big waste of time. Just like like Sabby told him, Sabby said, hey, maybe you need to like do mutual aid, third party, but nah, Jack do the easiest, lamest thing ever, which is try to run through the Democratic Party, which is like telling these people, which they cosplay as the left. These people ain't left, man. They Democrats that want healthcare. Telling these people like, hey, like change is not gonna happen through the Democratic Party. Like, like Bernie couldn't get it done. Bernie got cheated twice. They're not gonna let LC win in 2028. They're not going to. Um, and these populist Democrats that's gonna come in through the rebellion pack, they're not going to hold their feet to the fire. Like that's not gonna happen. Like you could take all this wasted time, effort, just a waste. Like imagine if Cenk had actually real organizers on TYT, talking to them, talking to Afeni, talk to Rome, like talk to Chris Smalls. I mean, I think they had Chris Smalls on, but talk to him now. Like he doing other stuff now. Like talk to these people that are actually doing real change, like on the ground, talking to people. See, Cenk don't talk to poor people. Cenk lives in a gated community in fucking Beverly Hills somewhere. You know, I think to be honest with you, like these people, they found a lane like Cenk did. You know, he went the Jon Stewart route, then he went the populist left. I mean, then he went the leftist route. You know, grew into relevance. The money started coming in, felt good. Then you got the big investment check from Jeffrey Katzenberg. Then y'all rhetoric changed slightly. Y'all really went to the right. And now, since people just tired of your shit, people tired of all you guys. Like, some BreadTube lost subscribers too as well, not just UIT. So yeah, man, miss me with this shit. Like this shit is a joke. Um, like don't fall for this, guys. Like if y'all watch TYT and y'all come over here by the Miracle of YouTube and watch me talk about this, find a mutual aid organization. Like, you know, like don't fall for this shit. It's not gonna work. Don't be like us back in 2018. Like most of us fell for the Justice Democrats shit, fell for Bernie Sanders, and all these motherfuckers let us down. Like people just let you down. So, all right, guys, that's all I gotta say about that. So, all right, guys, one last story right here. This is from CNN Politics. It says, Judge blocks Trump effort to expand proof of citizenship requirement for voter registration. So, yeah, some of you guys might not know they want to up the ante on registration. Um, like, it's wild. Like, they, for no reason, have to do this. I mean, like, damn. Like, if you want to fucking keep people from voting, like, god damn, you won the White House, you got the the Supreme Court, you got the goddamn Senate, and you got the Congress. Oh my god. But no, that's not enough. Let's make sure that outside maintain power forever, which really don't matter. Both sides are the same. So like, conservatives are Democrats. So but I'm just saying, like, hindsight 2020. So I'm gonna read this article. I ain't gonna read all of it. It says a federal judge has halted parts of an executive order signed by President Donald John Trump that sought to boost requirements that Americans show documents proving their citizenship when registering to vote. And also too, like some states in the South, basically say you must have your ID to vote, and a lot of people don't have their ID because either it's suspended or what. But like this ain't really nothing new. Um, it says senior district judge Colleen Cotelli blocked a Trump directive in the order that should require it we added to a federal voter registration form that's available for most Americans to use. Our Constitution entrusts Congress and the states, not the president, with the authority to regulate federal elections. Consistent with that allocation of power, Congress is currently debating legislation that will affect many of the changes that the president purports to order, she wrote. And no statutory delegation of authority to the executive branch permits the president to short-circuit Congress' delivery process by executive order. So, in other words, she's saying that Trump is trying to play God King or play dictator and just say, "Hey, you need to show your papers to vote," while the Congress has the power to do that. So it says the judge is also pausing a separate provision in the executive order that will require federal agencies that offer registration opportunities to assess a person's citizenship before providing a person a voter registration form. Carla Cortelli, a Bill Clinton appointee who sits in Washington, D.C., is considering cases filed by nonpartisan groups, including voter rights organizations, as well as a lawsuit brought by several entities of the Democratic Party. The challengers in cases that her targeted other parts of the executive order, including this provision aimed at punishing states that count mail ballots that arrive in a certain day after election day. The judge said that she was not blocking those provisions yet because the challengers' arguments are procedurally premature or because they're more squarely in front of other courts that are reviewing lawsuits filed by states challenging the executive order. So yeah, man. They every day is always something new, man. I swear. So, all right, guys, that's the show. I hope you guys enjoyed it on this nice Sunday day. Whatever you're doing, maybe you got out of worship service or you're at home chilling or wherever you're at. Thank you so much for watching my lame ass. I appreciate it, man. And also too, man, shameless plugs again. On the bottom of your screen, follow the ATP Network Twitter account at ATP Network 247. Follow the ATP Network crew. We delivering you guys these videos, man, on the free 99. So yeah, follow us. Be sure to like the video. And also to GazaFunds.com. Like, support Palestinians, guys. Like, if you're gonna talk about Palestine struggle, which is great, more people need to learn about this stuff. Walk the walk as well. If you're gonna talk the talk, walk the walk. Like, it ain't that hard. Like, it ain't like nobody holding a gun to your head and telling you to do this. Like, just do it. Just do it. Like, so yeah, y'all. Thank you so much for watching me, Andre Morton, on the Good Faith Show, signing out. And oh yeah, by the way, fuck Benjamin Netanyahu.